to work on my September Pick a Stick Challenge, which, as you know, is a Facebook group that 4 of us have started, where each month we pull the sticks of fate that tell us what 10 steps we have to do and in what order we have to do them, which is always the most difficult part. Normally each month I sit down and pull out a bunch of stuff, and I kind of, as I'm pulling out pieces and parts to represent these steps, I kind of get an idea of what I'm going to be doing. Yeah, not so much this month. Not really sure where I'm going. I do have some things pulled out, but I don't really have an idea in mind for my end result. I'm going to start with this page. This is in my pretty much always what I use, this Canson Mixed Media book. This has some, if you remember, was it last ATC card? I don't know what it was. It was my last Tag It Tuesday tags I think I worked on. I messed up and over-mixed some texture paste with some Pinnabear mica powder. And this was some of the leftovers that I just put on here. So there is a bit of texture to it. It's a little bit raised, but not enough that it's going to dictate the whole page. So let's take a look at our steps. Our steps. Okay, step number 1, use a color you never use. Well, there's not a lot of those, because if I didn't use them, I probably wouldn't have bought them. So what I did is I went through and pulled out a couple of acrylic paints that I haven't used in a long time and are more of something that I would use to alter the color of something else. I have a gray and a tan. Don't use those a lot by themselves, but would use them to mix them in with something else to make a different shade. Use a non-tool. That's pretty easy. These are my favorite non-tools, but I have my little my box of mark makers out here, and I'll use something in here. And this is a good thing for everybody to kind of have a little stash of stuff like this that is not an expensive art tool. It's just things that you have accumulated that would normally have gone in your trash that you can use in your art. I have lids off of things. I have this is the inside of a roll of tape. I have plastic canvas. I have bubble wrap. I have more plastic canvas. I have bigger bubble wrap. And as you can see, some of my favorites, this is this piece of plastic canvas, which I'll probably use it. I may just leave it out. And then I have used bubble wrap quite a little bit. This is a great little piece too. So this is a good thing for everybody to kind of accumulate. And doesn't cost you a dime because it's something you had anyway and you were going to throw out. Alright, so non-tool. Number 3, add paint with your fingers. Easy enough. Add waffle paper. There's been a lot of questions about that this month, and waffle paper is a product that I believe Stampin' Up! Had made. Don't know if they do anymore. But basically what you can equate to it is something corrugated or textured that you can use. Now, I happen to have just gotten recently a little breakfast table set from Wayfair, and a lot of it had this packaging in it, and it's flat on the back and waffly on the front. So I saved a little bit of that, and I'm going to use that as my quote-unquote waffle paper. It feels like it's going to be very porous and may absorb stuff a whole lot, so I'm not sure how it will stand up. So I'll have to think about how I'm going to use that. But anyway, that's what I'm going to use for my waffle paper. Step number 5 is to remove color through a stencil. Easy enough, depending on what products you used. Collage printed tissue or wrapping paper. Now what I did is I pulled out, I have deli paper that I did a jelly print pull on that is, I don't know if you can really see it, it's a wall stencil. Well, here's a print that I did of it that is a brick stencil. So I pulled out 2 or 3 things with that I'm going to repeat through that. But this is going to be kind of my quote-unquote tissue paper. And to go along with that, then the next step, cut out words or phrases from a printed source. I found this in my stash. It says, who needs walls? And I thought, okay, that's good. I've got bricks, brick wall, blah, blah, blah. Okay, you get it. Use something from the opposite season. Now, I live in South Texas, about an hour and a half, 2 hours north of Houston. So to me, because I'm a Midwest girl, it's basically always summertime here. So, what I pulled out are some things that are snowflakes for winter, because we don't really have winter to speak of here. And I actually think Peg sent me this a long time ago. Beautiful little die-cut snowflake with blue sparklies. This is something I cut out from my evil Cricut machine a long time ago. Some punch-outs that I had glittered, and this came in a random act of whatever from someone. That kind of, it's a doily shape, but to me it kind of has a snowflake feel. May or may not use that because of how big it is. I don't know. But so that's my opposite season stuff, since to me it's always summertime here. Number 9, use black gesso or paint to cover something up. And then number 10, add a black marker or a pen. So as I said, I'm not really sure where I'm going with this because I have colors I don't use much. I have black brick walls that I don't know really what goes with that. And then I have pretty glittery snowflakes. So I have no idea, you guys, how this is all going to work together. But hopefully it won't be too painful. I'm also going to challenge myself to kind of do this a little quicker than I normally would, and maybe not think about it quite so much. Just kind of run through it and see what happens. Kind of along, not as fast as journaling by fives, if you're familiar with that concept that Shannon Green brought to all of us. But I am going to try to run through this quicker than I normally do. Normally I have like an hour and a half or more of video that I have to edit, and I'm going to try to make this a quicker project. Therefore, hopefully less painful editing. We'll see. Anyway, I digress. As always, sit back, relax. I'm going to put on some music, speed some things up, maybe do a little voiceover. We'll see how I feel about that. And away we go.